Shalom, this is Yehudit from Sivan, but now in Waltham, Massachusetts. I want to share with you the movements I do for the 20th day of the 40-day count of blessings between Gevurah and the 17th of Tammuz. We're halfway through. Today is the last day of the level of Gevurah. We've been doing the word Bracha through each level of the sefirot, starting with Ketcher, the crown, and going through Chachma, Bina, Hesed, and we're at the end of Gevurah now, the Hay of Bracha and Gevurah, corresponding to the world of Asiya, of doing, of action, and also a sense of Malchut, of receiving from everything above. So it's very much a day for examining, boundary setting, making judgments and decisions, priorities in the world of doing. What am I actually going to be doing today? What comes first? What comes second? And how do I put boundaries on what I'm doing? How do I be sensitive to when I feel I'm really not supposed to be doing this now? This is a distraction. This is not where I want to be in my physical action place or my physical body right now. I need to change. It's knowing those transition points and how to make them. A lot of the focus I have today is the letter Hey, which is like, I think of it as like the birth canal, to have something being born, the new action, or a new creative place. And Malchut and the world of Asiya actually has to do with creative imagination, whereas Bria and then Bina is creative thought. This is there's a certain opening of aliveness, vitality in Hay that's possible. And the sefirot of Gevurah is knowing how to set boundaries and limits on that so it's not dissipated, so it can be channeled in healthy ways. So anyway, the movements to share with you. The Hay. So I'm going to back up so you can see, because I'm stepping back and bringing my hands up to shoulder height and pointing down. From my knee to my toe is the bottom part of the Hay. Here's the top, the horizontal connection, the vertical connection, and imagine that this part is not there. So the Hay, we're pointing down, and then stepping with the heel where the toe was, and rocking forward if you're doing it. Because this is a simple Hay. There are several Hays that I do. And one that I will share with you actually came in during one of my videos a few weeks ago. Not long ago, actually. And I've adapted it now, particularly for the lower Hay of the Yehudit Hayyot. This is a simple Hay. And when I finish, I step forward. So the other one I'm going to do on the other side, but it's almost the same, except I start with my hands going back to back, coming up. It's like offering it forward and then turning my hands over when I make my toe point. And this part's the same. So it's not so different. It's a little more complicated. And that's part of why I associate it with the second Hay, the lower Hay, Yud Vav Hay. But there's offering, and then kind of receiving in order to give, which is the goal in Malchut. And the breath, to receive our breath from Hashem each moment, and use that breath to offer it back to Hashem and to the community in the way we live, in our actions. So that's the Hay. And then the battle sign for Gevurah is the Sivan, which has feet shoulder width apart, and we bring the hands up, right hand high in front of the face, making one dot, and underneath in front of the heart, the second dot. You start a sound and stop it, so it's the strength and power of the ability to stop, set boundaries, set limits, set priorities, make judgments. This comes first and this comes second. So there's like a little bit of a dip, and gathering the energy and bringing it up and holding it with your feet slightly, your knees slightly bent, and then opening and coming down in parallel. So it's parallel going up, separated into a vertical, and then down. So that's the Gevurah aspect. So we're going to do combination now 10 times, and internally focusing on the different parts of the body for the Kabbalistic Tree of Life as we go down. Doing 2 levels for Malchut, the active level of allowing, and then the allowing Hashem to breathe us, the second level, after we finished all these movements, to integrate what it is we've just done. Be aware of the energy changing in your body. So let's start with the new hay. I haven't done this before, so you're joining me for the first time to use that hay in this form. So I step back, and this one I bring your hands back to back, point in towards myself, bring the hands forward in an offering way as I go back in my movement. Turn my hands over and bend my head between my hands as I point my toe down to form the bottom of the front of the hay. Then I lift my head. You can think of it as coming forward to a window, because the hay is like a window. Bringing the foot forward, and then moving. In this case, we're going to move to the right to do the Sivan. That was for Keter. Now for Chachma, I'm going to start on the right, stepping back. Pointing, coming forward, and stepping to the left for the Sivan. And now for Bina, starting back on my left foot. By doing simple hay. I'm going to do the offering hay. I think I'm going to do this more silently now so I can pay attention better. Right back for Hesed. And left for Gevurah. That's interesting. This just fell off. Picked it up. I'm going to continue on. It's a sefirot is a balance of right and left. It's interesting it fell off at that point because I wasn't sure which side I was going to go to. I'm going to just go to the right side at this point, stepping back with the offering. And at this point, I'm going to stay on the right side. Once more right for Netzach. And then crossing over. Hold on the left. Cross over to the right for Gevurah. And now Yesod. I'm going to do left for Yesod. Double. And right for Malchut with a double. Going back for the Hay on the right. And staying on the right for the nikudah Gevurah. Close, and now at least 4 times letting Hashem breathe me and being aware of bringing the energy down through my whole body, from my crown to the soles of my feet and back to where the center of my being is. Receiving God's breath so that we may act in the world in concert and connection with Hashem's will. And just a note on colors. There's mixing the rainbow system and the Kabbalah system, so the sky blue and the Kabbalah can be Malchut. Brown in the rainbow system was Malchut. Slightly red shirt underneath is the Zohar color for Gevurah, and blue is the color in the rainbow system for Gevurah. And my scarf includes white too, which can be the color of the hay. When you think of hay as the first month, corresponding to the first month of the year in Nisan, and it could be the month of Hesed. So that could be white in the Zohar system or purple in the rainbow system. Anyway, just playing with colors means I dress consciously, and I hope you all try to dress in some way, a way that reminds you who you are all through the day. And may you be blessed with being able to manifest with setting proper priorities and boundaries for yourself that nurture you and don't constrict you. And I just hope you have a really, really special day for this 20th day of the counting of the 40 days of blessing. All blessings to you.